My name is Samir Parmar, and I am an application engineer with the Machine Vision Group at SICKVideo.wmv. I'm working over here to create an illustration for the end customer Serpa packaging for one of their applications, whereby they are trying to see if 5 bottles have been placed in a carton. The part presentation is very reliable. The unit that I'm using over here is the Inspector i10 unit. It has got a 6mm lensing by default, and it's got an integrated LED lighting internally as well. I have mounted the unit at about 17 to 18 inches from the top of the bottles, and what I'm looking at on my screen over here is the SOPA software environment. So what we see in the middle over here is the live image. So if I move my hand, you can kind of see what the live image looks like. All my settings for the inspections and everything should appear on the right hand side. So I will go ahead and start with my image settings and just say that adjust the exposure automatically, and most of the time it does a good job in adjusting the exposure, so I'm happy with this setting. Over here, if need be, you can focus it using the Allen key on the knob of the sensor itself, but for the purposes of this exercise I've already done it, so it's good to go. We are using an internal lighting, obviously, which is integrated onto the sensor itself. Right now the mode is free running, but you can always use the trigger sensor to trigger the camera and tell it when to capture an image and do the inspection. And I'm using the full imager, which is 384 by 384 right now, but if I want, I can, since I know that I'm only going to use a portion of the sensor, I can cut that area down, and what that does is basically that makes my application even faster. So that's what I'm going to be looking at for now. Then I will go ahead and say teach reference object, and what that does is basically that captures whatever is in the live image and puts it in the reference image tab, and it highlights in green whatever it thinks are the unique features for pattern matching. For the purposes of this exercise though, we do not need that object locator, because we would only use the object locator when the object basically varies and when we have a unique feature that we can always locate reliably, and based on that we can do the rest of the inspections. Here we can simply do the inspections itself, and since the objects are not varying in positioning, we can get rid of the object locator. That reduces the complexity of the application and gives us more cycle time as well for the application. So we will go ahead and straight away deal with the detail inspections, and what I intend to do is put a pixel counter with a round shape, so I can go ahead and create my pixel counter right here, and the settings appear on the right hand side over here. So I will name this inspection as cap 1, and my intensity, to kind of get an idea of what the brighter intensities are, whatever is highlighted in yellow is the only thing that I'm interested in picking out, so, and not the rest of it. So if I go all the way to the right, everything is being picked up because we are going from 0 to 255, but I'm only interested in picking out the darker pixels for the cap itself, something along those lines. So I'm happy with that setting. But then again, I also have some other caps. So what I should do, actually, I should go back in my live image. I should put that orange cap that was given to me, and I should also put the green cap that was given to me. And now I can say replace my reference image, and I can now go ahead and do my settings. So my intensity, I should probably start with this one, since this is the brightest, and we can see that, okay, we probably need to extend the threshold settings over here, something like that. And the number of pixels that need to be in the range, I usually go all the way to the 100 as far as the maximum, and as far as the minimum, I usually pick the middle to start with. So that's good to go. That's my cap 1. I can now just copy this and paste and call this cap 2, and then copy this back again, paste and drag it here, and this would be my cap 3, and copy this back again and paste, and this would be my cap 4, and finally one more time copy this and paste and this would be my cap 5. Now notice that because my illumination is not entirely uniform, we still have some brighter pixels, for example, in the middle over here, because this is where the image is the brightest, but it should still work fine, because when you remove the bottle, the background is so bright that you don't get any pixels at all. So we can do some testing over here in the live image. So right now actually we have a pass. I will remove the green cap, I will remove the black cap over here, and I will remove one of the bottles, and there you go. I should actually have been on the result screen over here. You can now see that the cap 2 basically is a fail, the rest of them are pass. We can go ahead and remove another bottle over here, and we can see that cap 4 now is fail. I can go ahead and put the orange cap as well as the green cap, and they don't make a difference in the inspection. I still get those 3 passes, and the rest of them fail. I can remove the blue bottle over here, and that's a fail too. I'll get rid of the orange cap, and if the bottles are slightly moved around here and there, you still get enough pixels in the range basically to get a pass. So if there is a variation, let's say plus or minus quarter-inch in any of the direction, we should still be fine. So the application is fairly straightforward. We saw that we did the whole programming in a few minutes time. If you have any further questions, feel free to get back to us. My direct dial is 952-829-4737. Should the customer be interested in getting more closer than what we are doing right now, we can probably use the Inspector i40, which has got a resolution of 640 by 480, and it comes with a default of 10mm lens, so we would have to swap out the lensing to be and use maybe like a 6mm lensing, and then we can probably be closer than where we are right now. We can be maybe somewhere in the vicinity of about 7 to 8 inches or so using that configuration. The pricing will obviously be more expensive, because I believe the Inspector i10 is listed at about $11.95, whereas the Inspector i40 would be listed at about $16.95, and the lensing would be another $50 or so. So you're looking at about $17.50 plus. So thank you, and have a great day.